Stop calling them prisoners, they are hostages too. After 2 years in captivity, new footage has exposed the unbearable truth. The so-called exchange deal between Hamas and Israel does not just swap lives, it swaps narratives. The videos show a brutal contrast. Israeli hostages emerge from captivity to ambulances, hugs, and immediate international media coverage. Faces blurred, stories protected, dignity intact. But when Palestinians are released from Israeli prisons, they step into the light of freedom looking like ghosts, thin, bruised, broken, their eyes hollow from years of isolation and torture. And the media still dares to call them prisoners. Let's tell the truth, they are hostages too. Language is a weapon. Words matter, and the Western press knows it. By calling Israelis hostages and Palestinians prisoners, the media isn't describing reality, it's shaping it. It's telling the world who deserves sympathy and who doesn't. It's not journalism, it's propaganda in polite grammar. A child snatched from his bed in Nablus is not a detainee. A woman locked in an Israeli cell for protesting the demolition of her home is not a security threat. They are hostages, taken by a system that arrests without charge, tortures without oversight, and justifies it under the banner of defense. Israel currently holds thousands of Palestinians, including minors, under administrative detention, meaning they are imprisoned indefinitely without trial, without charges, without even being told why. That is not law. That is kidnapping under a flag. The footage that shatters the lie. The newly released videos show two worlds that cannot coexist under the same headline. Freed Israeli hostages, welcomed by officials, treated in hospitals, embraced as national heroes. Freed Palestinian hostages, pushed through checkpoints, limping, often handcuffed until the last moment, released into poverty and humiliation. Some can barely stand. Some have lost their minds. Some return to find their families gone, their homes destroyed. This is not an exchange. It's a swap between captor and colonized. And yet the Western media describes it as balance. The hypocrisy of coverage. Every Israeli tear is televised. Every Palestinian scream is muted. Newsrooms that spent months dissecting every second of Israeli suffering go silent when confronted with Palestinian agony. They reduce years of occupation to a single phrase, security measure. The same journalists who speak of Israeli hostages can't bring themselves to say Palestinian hostages. Why? Because acknowledging that would mean admitting that Israel's prison system is an apparatus of control, not justice. It would mean that the democracy they keep defending is holding thousands of innocent men, women, and children as bargaining chips. Hostages of silence. The truth is this, both sides have hostages. But only one side has the global microphone. The other, the Palestinian side, has graves, broken bodies, and a wall built to keep their suffering unseen. When the media refuses to name things for what they are, it becomes part of the machinery of oppression. Every euphemism is another brick in that wall. If an Israeli in Gaza is a hostage, then so is a Palestinian in an Israeli cell. If captivity is a crime against humanity in one case, it is the same in the other. You cannot condemn one and justify the other, unless your morality is for sale. A final word. Stop calling them prisoners. They are hostages. Stop calling this justice. It's occupation. Stop pretending neutrality. Silence is complicity. Freedom doesn't depend on who your captor is. It depends on whether the world is willing to see you as human. And right now, the world is blind, because the media has chosen which eyes are allowed to cry.